Alright, so we are on our journey from Tarpon Springs, Florida. You want to take over the controls real quick? I'm gonna do a basic video.
I got you.
Alright, you got it?
Yep.
So here's the sponge docks at Tarpon Springs. We go out here. That's where we just left. That's Captain Jack's. And we're headed to St Augustine, Florida, Marineland. This is the start of day one, and this is going to be a hell of a trip. So right now it's 7 a.m. On a Sunday. What we're trying to do first day is beat this storm front that's coming on through. So I'm here with my buddy Matt.
Hey.
You're gonna be a YouTube star soon. This is gonna be my first video of many. So yeah, it's a beautiful morning right now, as you can see. The sun just beginning to rise. Going past a bunch of boats. It's a great morning. One of the places I used to get my boat hauled out at was over here. You can see that big crane in the back. The hauler up, that's Pittman Yacht Services. This boat was at Pittman Yacht Services for the last owner. Everything I've done to it. Great place. So if everyone visits Tarpon Springs, this is the sponge docks. We've had a lot of trips out here. Very, very nice. Rusty Bellies is on the corner over here. Yeah, you can. Okay, focused. Yeah, there's gonna be Rusty Bellies on the corner. You can't see it right now, but everybody's out here. Tour boats is Captain Mike's boat right there. Sponge-O-Ramas. Fishing, a little fishing charter. And goodbye Pittman Yacht Services. They do great work. So if you ever need your boat fixed, get it here. And hopefully our boat won't look like that when we come back. Well, I'm signing off for now, and we'll see you later. Look at that beautiful sunrise over there, guys. That is sweet. Oh, this is what it's all about. Here's the current setup I got. I have a 12-inch iPad Pro, another iPad, Garmin, depth finder. It's a good setup that I got.
So in this clip, we're basically have already left Anclote River. We've rounded the islands out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we're just booking it straight towards Fort Myers at this point. Now that possibly could be Clearwater, or even yeah, I do believe that might be Clearwater to the left. We stay off the coast past Clearwater and basically past St. Petersburg, and we had to dodge a lot of crab traps out here. I did fast forward a little bit, but you can see the flag. It's moving pretty wicked, because it's about 20 to 25 knot winds out there in the seas. You can't really tell right here, but they're about 2 to 4 feet. It was pretty it's pretty wicked out there, and we did eventually lose. We one of the rings, life rings up there, kind of fell off. But it was pretty bouncy, as you can see. I'm trying trying to hold it steady as we're going through all of this, and it's just hard. But we were able to beat the storm, and that storm was a wicked storm that was behind us. So I'm really glad we were able to do that. Right now we're at full plane at 3,200 RPMs. And as you can see here on the map that we're just booking along the coast, and right here is when we decide to go back into the channel, basically, because it was getting too rough out there. So we're passing some bridge. I'm not really sure which bridge this point, but basically between Clearwater and Sarasota somewhere. But the next video, the next clip basically will basically be in Sarasota area. But we had to stop the engines a few times because we basically ran over crab traps and put it in neutral so the propellers weren't get caught up in them. This whole trip was basically dodging crab traps through the intercoastal and out in the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay. You're burning hot. You see that big ass boat right there? He is burning up some fuel. That looks like a very expensive boat. A ride, yeah. Very expensive ride. So he actually is going to pass us. There's the boat. We do have to stay, yeah, left of the that sign. Stay left of that sign.
You go between these two.
There's two over here. Way pat. There's this.
You don't go on that side.
No, you don't go on that side. Yeah. You just stay right. So he wasn't in the channel. Yeah, just right to the left of that green sign.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. He's passing you on the right side, so just keep straight.
I got you.
Yeah. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do. So we just passed Sarasota. Well, we're in Sarasota basically. I'm on the Grand Bridge. Trying to get some gas. So we're going to pull in there. Hopefully we can get in there without hitting anything and then be on our way. So zooming out, it's Sarasota, and we go to Venice. Oh, we're actually not too far away from Fort Myers, the inlet. So we're right here. We just want to get over here and then going through. Oh, this is going to be awesome. We can probably make it to Lake Okeechobee today. Sarasota. We're gonna make it.
In this clip, we're coming up on our past, Sarasota, I believe, our first drawbridge, and at first we, you have to look at the height of your boat, and I'll have markers on the right and the left on the height of the actual center of the bridge. So we I do believe we was like 20 feet, 25 feet, and my boat's about 15 feet, so we definitely were able to make it under the bridge without a problem. But this is one of the first of many bridges that either A, we would have to call the operator on Channel 9 to have them open it, or pass right under it. But and they're only open from early in the morning till 10 p.m. So if you want to make this trip, do realize if you're going to boat at night that 10 p.m. is when bridges won't open for you anymore. So if you don't have the clearance, then you definitely have to find a place to anchor out or marina out at. We're cruising at 8 knots at this point, and we'll be cruising at 7 to 10 knots the rest of the trip. right here we're actually coming up on our first bridge that we have to open, and I think this bridge was actually before the previous bridge that we could go under, and it's basically I think this one was about 10 feet or so. So you have to call them on channel 9, and how you do it is you just say the name of the bridge 3 times, and then you say your name of your vessel, and you ask them what the opening schedule is. Oh, and you say if you're southbound, and we were southbound at this point, and it's pretty cool to actually see it open up, because usually we're on the other side of this where we're waiting for the bridges to come down, but it's pretty cool to actually go under one that they actually have to open up.
I think we're in Venice.
They're all built right there.
Yeah, very nice houses. Really nice water too.
Oh, the water's very blue here.
Yeah,
Very nice water.
loving it.
Hot dogs like a fucking
So,
snack. Yeah.
our first meal on the boat, Matt. We got hot dogs going on the grill, and we're moving. We're cooking and moving at the exact same time. So with the magma grill, I think we it's 3:30 or something today. Right now, we're around roughly. Yeah. 4:01, 4 o'clock. So it's dark in 2 hours. Making great time. But now we changed our plan a little bit. So the first part of the video that I'm gonna edit, we were bouncing like crazy. A huge storm was south, St. Petersburg, and we had to beat the storm. Everything in the cabin is all over the place because we're being bounced around like crazy people. And I got a lot of water in the bilge area down here, and with these carvers, all the water was splashing up onto this back deck when we're out in open Gulf of Mexico beating the storm, pouring a bunch of water in there. So now we're just going to do 8 knots the entire trip.
Other than the no wake zone.
Other than the no wake zones, we're going to be doing 8 knots, which means we can do 16 hours a day. Basically what we're trying to do on day 1 right here is get past Fort Myers into the river and as closest to that first lock as possible before we bunker down for the night. So currently we've passed Venice, which is behind us, and now we're coming up on going under bridges actually. So Minnesota Beach Road, which is cool. You know, they don't have to open it up for us because every bridge now is 25 feet up until going to Lake Okeechobee. So if anybody wants to do the route from, let's say, Tarpon Springs way back there to St. Augustine, I recommend stay in the intercoastal. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you do not want to deal with the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic. Trust me, guys. Trust me. We had a hell of a time today. But more to come. Awesome.
Now we just got into Fort Myers Bay, and as you can see here, it's almost sunset, and it's a beautiful sunset every time on the water. It's just pretty amazing. But we're definitely booking it right now, and even though the sun's setting, we still have a good six hours of boating to do because we decided to to boat at night, and I only decided to do that because we have the two iPads with the Navionics, we have the Garmin, we have our depth finder, and it wasn't going to be a storm in Fort Myers because we beat that previously. So we decided at this point, well, just keep on trucking down Fort Myers, and the next clip it's going to be pretty dark.
You guys can't see it, but it's dark. That's Fort Myers. Coral Springs, Fort Myers, I would say. Driving at night with good old navigation.
No choice.
Engine's running good, running good and clean.
You stay.
So we're at the end of day one, folks. We are anchored out in Fort Myers, at the edge of Fort Myers, to where the lock system to Lake Okeechobee. So, and what we're doing is I think it's almost 1 o'clock almost in the morning. We did 17 hours today, and we got some steaks going. Hell yeah. So for everybody to see exactly where we're at, there we are. The lock is right over here, and we're right there at the end of day one. So we're doing great. But I'm gonna focus on cooking this and drinking some Coors Light and hanging out with Matt. You can barely see him, but we'll see you guys in the morning on day 2.